Geely. It's a name that you know from way back then, but I want you to forget everything you thought you knew, because with this new E5 Apex, Geely is here to claim one thing: that they're here to flip the script and to dominate the electric market. Let's take a closer look at what this new E5 Apex is from Geely and everything else in between. The design on the Geely E5 Apex is interesting. It's not trying to hit you over the head with aggressive lines or massive grills. Instead, the E5 is polished. It's an adult-looking car. Up front, you've got these slim, purposeful LED running lights that just look premium. The whole face is clean, almost Scandinavian in its minimalism. It's entirely blocked out because this is an EV. Down on the side, the proportions are neat too. You've got these large 19-inch wheels filling the arches nicely in this top-spec Apex model. And around the back, the full-width taillight bar, which is the current design currency because everyone seems to be doing it, looks fantastic at night. It's not revolutionary, but it's aerodynamically savvy, and generally it looks handsome. Inside is where Geely proves they're not just building a car, but they're building an experience. The first thing you'll notice is that the digital real estate is impossible to ignore. In front of the driver, you have a crisp 10.2-inch LCD instrument cluster. But your main point of interaction is this massive but stunning 15.4-inch high-definition central touchscreen. The software is fast, responsive, and handles everything from your navigation to climate control. It's the nerve center of the vehicle. And here in the Apex, you also get the added convenience of a crystal clear heads-up display, projecting all your essential info right on top of the windscreen, a feature usually reserved for cars at double this price. But let's talk audio, because this is where Geely E5 truly shines. The car is equipped with the Flyme sound system. The interesting history here is that Geely's subsidiary Meizu was originally famous for its premium MP3 players and audio tech back in the day. That heritage hasn't been lost. They have poured the audio pedigree into this car in partnership with Harman Kardon. The result is a 16-speaker setup. Yes, 16. Powered by a 1000-watt independent amplifier. It's a theatrical experience. You'll even find speakers integrated into the driver's headrest, creating a personal, three-dimensional sound field. The material used throughout are genuinely impressive. It's a mix of soft touch surfaces and visually appealing trim that doesn't scream cutting cost or cheap. The fit and finish here would certainly cause a sleepless night for some European competitors, even Volvo. The only part I don't like, there are these piano black finishes by the door handles. They are prone to smudges and all sorts of things. But the seats are the true party trick. They're beautifully sculptured, wrapped in PU leather materials, and are clearly designed for long drive comfort. Crucially, the Apex gives you heated and ventilated front seats, and yes, the driver and passenger seats come equipped with a full massage function. It's utter indulgence, turning a frustrating traffic jam into a mini spa session. And for the co-pilot, the passenger seat even includes a power-adjustable leg rest. It's a small detail, but it speaks volumes about the level of passenger consideration. Thanks to the dedicated EV platform, the rear legroom is absolutely enormous, giving passengers over a meter of space to stretch out. Even for someone like me, coming in at just under 1.9 meters, it's very comfortable. It has the headspace to match too. The sense of space is further amplified by this huge fixed panoramic sunroof. It floods the cabin with light, instantly making the interior feel more open, airy, and expensive, a real non-negotiable feature for flagship SUVs. And finally, the practical stuff. Geely claims the E3 has 33 different interior storage spaces. That's massive, and that's an astonishing number. There's a hidden bridge structure in the center console to stash your handbag or your man bag, and a very useful sunken compartment in the boot for separating wet and dry items. It's clear they've actually thought about how a busy family uses this space. With the rear seats up, you get a highly respectable 461 liters of boot space, and if you need to move house, drop those rear seats and the volume expands to a massive 1.8 thousand liters. So let's talk about the sharp end of the deal, the price. This is where Geely has expertly leveraged its volume. The range starts with the E5 EMI Aspire, the long plug-in hybrid, at a remarkable 5,999,000. And if you want the full electric experience, the E5 Aspire BEV kicks off at 6,999. Now, stepping up to this luxury Apex BEV model we have here, you'll be shelling out 759,999. Because Geely have partnered up with Westbank, they've listed finance options that start at 9,660 Rand per month, over 72 months with 0% deposit, with a 40% balloon, and of course, terms and conditions apply. In this segment, we're talking about a growing problem: online auction scams, especially on platforms like TikTok, Instagram, and the likes. Scammers are creating fake Westbank accounts pretending to sell repossessed cars at unbelievable prices. They'll tell you to pay a deposit to secure a car before the auction. Then they disappear. Your money gone, account deleted, and you're left with nothing. Here's how it usually happens. First up, you see a post about cheap auction cars. Then the scammer poses as a Westbank representative. Thirdly, they'll promise you first pick if you just send your deposit immediately. And then once you pay, they vanish. These scams are slick, convincing, and use real logos and official sounding names. But remember, Westbank will never ask you to pay a deposit to secure a vehicle before an auction. Now that we have the dirty details and tricks out of the way, here are some quick tips to stay safe. First up, register properly. Legitimate auctions require formal registration and a refundable deposit only through official platforms. Secondly, check the terms and conditions properly. Make sure you understand payment rules and refund policies. Third, watch out for too good to be true deals. A 60,000 Rand Polo Vivo, that's your red flag. And then verify the source. Always visit the official Westbank auction page at westbank.co.za/auctions and then report suspicious activity. If something feels off, report it immediately to the platform. To close off, ensure you stay alert, stay informed, and protect your money. To find real Westbank vehicle auctions and avoid fake offers, visit westbank.co.za/auctions. So what's it like driving the Geely E5? Well, I'll tell you, it's a very smooth ride, and it actually reminds me of the Volvo EX90. That's how smooth this car is, for a fraction of the price actually. But we'll get into all the charging and all the technicalities later. But right now we're averaging at about 15.4 kilowatt hour per 100 kilometers in this car, which is not bad at all. And from a full sort of charge, we're getting at about 360 kilometers with a real world range at that. Again, Geely claimed 410 kilometers, but again, our real life experience is actually not bad because we know those numbers tend to be on the lower side of things. But back to driving this vehicle, I've been enjoying it a lot. It's quite a comfortable ride. Like I said, it's very, very smooth and very quiet at that. Because it's all electric, there are no internal parts that are moving around to give you this ride, but it all lends into each other. And then the other thing that I really like about this car, it has a host of safety features. So from level 2 ADS, sort of like safety features, this is your lane keeping assist, your pre-collision assist, your intelligent reminders from just the speed that you're driving in, again, just emergency lane assist keeping, but they can all tend to be a little bit intrusive. But as always, you can just turn them off as you start your journey or before you start your journey, because every time you start up the car, those settings default again to come on as they should for safety purposes. But overall, it's quite an enjoyable ride in this car. Of course, owning an EV means you need to talk about charging. The E5 is equipped to handle everything you throw at it. For everyday use, you'll be plugged in at home, and the vehicle supports AC charging up to 7 kilowatts. That's your overnight top-up that fits the 60.2 kilowatt hour battery. But when you're out on the highway, you need the speed. The E5 has got you covered with DC fast charging support up to 100 kilowatts. What does that mean in human numbers? It means you can grab a coffee and charge your battery from 30% to 80% in just about 20 minutes. And here's the neat trick. It supports vehicle to load, or V2L. This means that your car can power anything from a laptop to a campsite fridge or even a camera equipment on a shoot. Your E5 isn't just transportation, it's a giant mobile power bank. And that brings our time with the Geely E5 Apex to an end. But I'm quite curious to know what you think of this review and this car overall. So leave your comments down in the section below, and make sure that you are subscribed to the Twofold channel so that you're the first one to know when we drop the latest content. And then make sure that you share this with your friends and family so that they can also know what you're getting up to on your YouTube. But for myself, Papi Mabele, and Gift behind the camera, thank you so much for tuning in. Until next time.